German Chancellor Angela Merkel is under pressure from her country's own leading industry to shut down Emmanuel Macron's stubborn Brexit red line on fisheries. German Chancellor Angela Merkel is under mounting pressure from the country's leading car industry to kill off Emmanuel Macron's Brexit demands. There are growing concerns in the EU that the French president's stubborn red lines when it comes to fisheries could jeopardize the entire EU trade deal with the UK. Earlier this week, EU Brexit negotiator Michel Barnier met with Ms. Merkel, who last week signaled a flexibility from the EU on fisheries. Mr. Barnier is also due to meet Mr. Macron, with EU sources claiming that the purpose of the meeting is to ease French reluctance to compromise. Brexit expert Professor Anand Menon said that it was barking mad to think the German car industry will falter due to French fishermen, if French fisheries blocks a deal going through. ITV host Daniel Hewitt said, "We have always said how united the EU side seemed to be, compared to the UK side. How much of a mess it was over here, compared to over there. Is that still the case? Are EU leaders still as united behind the scenes as they appear to be, or are there divisions over things like fisheries? I read over the weekend that EU officials feel Mr. Macron wants too much on fishing." Brexit expert Maddie Thimmond-Jack responded, "With the future trading relationship, it is broader, there are more issues, so there are more opportunities to have differences, or different priorities. There is concern about social security in Eastern European states, and others more concerned about fish like France and Denmark." Professor Menon added, "They are united but they don't agree. If you went into detail, and went to the 27 capitals, and asked what they wanted from a Brexit deal, they would all come up with different ideas." For the Germans, the notion that the trade in automobiles will be hampered because of French fishermen is nothing short of barking mad. However, he noted that there are other more pressing concerns for the EU leaders to fight over, including the budget and rule of law. Despite EU pressure to back down, President Macron is so far standing firm on his demand to keep the same access to British waters as France currently has.